How's it going, everyone? Just as you can probably tell from the graininess of my appearance this morning, I'm on the computer rather than outside on using my phone. I thought I'd give it a shot on the using our new and improved Wi-Fi and see if it'll work. Dan P, good morning to you. I've got to remember how to actually do a live stream on my computer. It did take a little longer to get it set up this morning. There's a lot more variables to setting up a live stream on your computer than there is on the phone. There's a lot more options to fill in. The lovely Marcel and Charlie are still sleeping. Marcel was not feeling good yesterday. Had a headache all day and pretty bad towards the evening. And so I watched Charlie for, Charlie, he doesn't think mom should be allowed to sleep when he's awake. And so he just would not let her sleep. Diane Kahn, good morning to you as well. So I would expect Marcel to be up pretty soon. Who knows how well she slept last night? But at least she went to bed pretty early. Now, even though I scheduled this live stream, nothing special going on. But I just thought for a change, I would actually put a schedule up because I have quite a bit more faith in my ability to do a live stream now because of our better Wi-Fi, and again can do it outside anyway. But there's not going to be very many more live streams outside at night because I'm just not a big fan of the off lotion. Diane Kahn, nice even just to say hi. Well, thank you for joining us, Diane. I would just like to mention that Robert Gonzalez, good morning to you as well. And I did receive your emails. You're a good guy, Robert. I'm not going to spill the beans just yet, but you're a good guy. I was going to spend several hours last night answering comments because I'm over a week behind, but I can't do that with Charlie around. He just won't allow it. So when this live stream is over, I'm going to spend an hour or so catching up. Paul T, good morning. Prana Mike. What the heck was that? Prana Mike, I see that your breeder tilapia has fungus and fin rot. You seriously need to get all the gunk out of that breeder tank. It's causing serious problems that water changes won't fix. You are pretty much correct. That particular fish was one that had jumped over, and had been living with fingerlings for who knows how long. I didn't notice that she was in there until we drained that tank to catch the fry and move them. And um, the tanks with the fingerlings in them are, well, how do you say, they're kept less clean than the ones with the breeders in them because the algae is needed. Um, the greenness in the water, the algae is needed for the fingerlings to eat. Um, the the breeder tanks are uh, are desludged in the bottom. Uh, Not often, like once a month. I've been cleaning those out. Diane Khan, Charlie is getting big with beautiful curly hair. Yeah, he does have curly hair. You know, I had wavy hair when I was a kid, but you could never really call it curly. Um, and Marcel doesn't like it. Um, she doesn't like his curly hair. She's always talking about giving him a haircut. He needs a haircut. I don't like it. Um, I think it's I think it's pretty cool. And he is getting big. He he is he's 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 getting ready to talk. Um, and we have a always, I don't know why. Sometimes I'll play solitaire on my computer, and he is always like to sit in my lap while I play solitaire. And it's like one of his favorite things now for some reason. I have no idea. And he's talking all kinds of stuff that no one can understand, but excited and animated whenever the solitaire is on. So he's getting close. And Khan really, yeah, I don't know why. Uh, I think it's you know, curly hair is not that common here. Uh, Pretty much like men with facial hair is not that common here. And I just don't. I think if something is not that common, that it's just not perceived as a positive trait. So today I'm going to um, finish up on the coffee trees. Got the vast majority of them done already. Second cup of coffee. I've only got. I'm surprised there were so many over there by the pond. I guess there's 25 or 26, and there's only maybe a dozen left over on the other side. It shouldn't take long. And then when I'm done with that, then it's back to the breeder tanks and doing more work on those. I'm going to be transferring the little tiny fry that we got out of the aquarium. And when I get those transferred out, I'm going to check all the breeder tanks for more fry. It's looking like those four last tanks that we made are for the moment going to be turned into like little fry grow out tanks. And it's also looking like moving forward, the floating cages are going to be smaller than the ones that we were using, probably about half the size. And I've been contemplating running it around in my head of building them out of 4-inch PVC rather than the bamboo. I, you know, um, cost is always an issue, and it was, um, when Tata and I had talked about the lifespan of the bamboo cages, he said 2 or 3 years, and I was, yeah, well, okay. So hopefully something more better will be going on in 2 or 3 years. But there's a caveat to that. I guess uh, the bamboo will last 2 or 3 years if it's properly dried before you use it. And we just cut down the bamboo from our little mini bamboo forest and used them. And one of the poles is already broken on that first uh, floating cage, and so I think just moving forward, probably just probably just make the floating pins out of uh, PVC, and that comes in 10-foot sections. So they'll probably just be 10-foot square, um, more easily manageable, um, and the PVC will be much more durable than the bamboo. It'll last much longer than a few months in one case, and on the best case 2 years. I would like to anyone who has a couple things. Uh, Gary from Gonking in the Philippines hasn't made a video in like a week, I don't think. So uh, I do gather that he's working 2 jobs. Um, YouTube can take up a lot of time out of your life, and if he's working 2 jobs, then he probably doesn't have a lot of spare time. But he hasn't posted any videos in like a week, like I say, and so I just hope everything's okay with him, and like to give him a little shout out saying that we hope he's well. Um, and it would be, well, I can understand not making, I can understand him not making a video for quite a while, but he hasn't even, as far as I can tell, he hasn't even been responding to comments. So I just hope that everything's okay with you, Gary, and something like the C-19 hasn't caught up with you. Uh, I'd like also Mike Brill, Hungarian polar bear traveling America is his channel. I'd like to give a shout out to him as well and wish him well. And you know what? The same to Tilapia Dave. Um, haven't heard from him. Uh, he hasn't left a comment in a couple weeks. Not responding to emails. Hope you're well. Also, Dave. Dan Khan, that's why probably as he gets older, it will straighten out. It could. I don't know. The provincials were just kidding. They didn't really want to leave a comment. Mr. Biloxi Fireman, good morning to you as well. Bingo Local 1.2. Yeah, KK has been busy. Uh, have have just seen only comments. Yeah, I haven't even seen the comments. So Bingo Loco, hello to you as well. James Gilbert, what are your plans when the dry season hit if you're already having problems with oxygen? Uh, well, the oxygen problem is solved, and that will you'll hear all about that shortly. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really see the correlation between dry season and oxygen, but much less worried about any sort of dry season now that we have deepened the well, and we have two wells, and because they're both just surface water, you just dig deeper. It's not a big deal to go down another 3 feet and another 3 feet, another 3 feet. Our original first well is 12 feet deeper now than what it was when we first had it dug. You just keep digging deeper, so I'm not worried about any sort of a drought. Van Turner, I gladly pay you Tuesday for a red horse today. And a wimpy analogy. Thanks for joining in with us, Van. T-Dex, good morning to you as well. Thanks for joining us. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Tata is obviously down there welding because I can hear my aircon surging over there. A little more light on the subject here and open through these windows. That might help a little bit. So yeah, anyone so inclined, send something up to the man upstairs for, in particular, Mike Prill, the Hungarian polar bear. Haven't heard from him in a couple of days, and I just hope he's well. And anybody who knows anything about Dave and Gary, let me know. Gringo Loco, I'm thinking about Dave too. Been pretty quiet. Yeah, I mean, Dave has said long ago, he had said that at one point, a couple years ago, he had put himself in a YouTube timeout, a social media timeout, I think he called it. Because I think, at a certain point, every so often, he just gets tired of it all and goes dark, basically. What's got me concerned is that he's not answering emails. So I just hope you're well, Dave, and everything's okay. Let's see. Bingo Loco, do you have solar for your one well pump? Well, yes and no. I have the solar that we have would operate the pump during the day, but the inverter that we have won't handle the pump. Even though it was rated at 1500 watts, from my experience with that inverter, you're pretty lucky to get 300 out of it. And the surge required to start that well pump, it just won't do it. So we do have the generator, um, and that will run the pump. So we have backup. Marvin Clayton, good morning, big guy. Tell the boss lady I said hi. When she makes an appearance, and I would expect her to poke her head through at some point, her and Charlie do generally sleep kind of late because she's on Charlie's schedule, right? Usually they're up between 8:30 and 10 a.m. Marvin Clayton, good morning. Diane Kahn, hi Marvin, how you been? Wolfen 4966. Howdy, folks. Prono Mike, how are the fish in the long breeder tank doing? If one fish has fin rot and fungus, others will too. Catch and put in fish tank and check for fungus. I think I would sterilize that tank and the nets. They're fine. None of the other fish have. I haven't seen any problem with any of the other fish. Just that one. Michael, hey Brian, how you doing? Mike from Wisconsin. Hope all is well. Thanks for joining us, Mike. Mickey Mason, good morning to you as well. Ringo Loco, can you not use that solar on your aeration pumps? I do when the power goes out. Again, that inverter, it says 220 volts, but I put my tester on it and it puts out about 185 volts. And so there's a noticeable difference in output on the oxygen pumps when using the inverter. So that's why, when I only had 2 oxygen pumps running, I was using the inverter to run those during the day. And that was with me doing the the switch over, unplugging them from main power and plugging them into the inverter. And in the course of about 6 weeks, I had forgotten to change it over, to unplug them out of the inverter and plug them into regular power 5 times in 6 weeks. And so the batteries, although they're really good batteries, they're past 3 years old now, and the batteries we have wouldn't run those pumps overnight. And so whenever I forgot to switch them over at some point during the night, the batteries would go dead, the inverter would shut off, and the oxygen pumps would shut down. So I just stopped doing it. I just quit. I just quit changing it over because it was further damaging the batteries, running them all the way dead. That 5 times, not all the way dead, but it took it down below 11 volts to where the inverter shut down for low voltage. 11 volts is well, 11 volts per battery. It was, I think it's 20.9 volts is what that inverter. It's a 220 inverter. 20.9 volts is the automatic shutoff, and that's way too low. Really should never take those batteries below 23.5, 23 in there, and taking them down below that, it's just too much discharge. So while they will run the air pumps, I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm just saving it for an emergency backup. Where are we at here? Marvin Clayton, sorry I spelled your name wrong. Wolfen, are you deciding to do the solar yourself? Not yet. I'm still negotiating with Bohol Solar, and things are still up in the air. Don't know. I may do it myself at some point. Nothing has been decided yet. Diane Kahn, what will you do with the house once Gina moves into their house? I assume you mean what will we do with the house that Tata and Gina are staying in now when they move into their new house? No plans for it as of yet. Um, I have put it out to Maricel uh, that if any other of her family uh, would like to come up and stay in it, fine with me. Mickey Mason, thumbs up, everyone. You know that Mickey's a smart fellow. You guys listen to him. Marvin Clayton, Diane. If I was any better, they would have to change the Guinness Book of World Records. Wolfen, as Mickey was saying, slap that like button. Aurelio Ray, Aurelio will live there. Hi, Brian. Hope everything been okay there. Saw your tour of Mitch Farm 3 months ago last night. That farm is going to the weeds, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been out there since I made that video, and don't really have any interest one way or the other in Mitch or his farm. So I don't know what's going on out there. I would uh, probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Mitch's plans are, and I don't really care. But yeah, the jungle has a way of not being denied. Let's put it that way. Michael, I think it's better to use solar or when just the power is out for the aeration pumps and other maybe means in order have to have the, well, I got the first part of your comment there, Michael, but that voice to text. I think the gist of what you're saying is just have it as backup. Yellowstone Ranch. Hello from the happiest place on earth. Well, I would assume you're somewhere around Yellowstone. Thank you for joining us. Akoto Lozano, what happened to Tilapia aquaponics guy? Yeah, again, I was just saying, I was just hoping that Dave was well. He hasn't been around in the comment section, and didn't answer an email that I sent him. So I don't know. I can't answer that question. I can just hope that he's well. Zhu Long, good morning, Brian. I'm a dedicated watcher. Well, thank you. I am really curious why you and Bahol Eco are no longer friends. Will you please share? Yeah, well, it was more important for them to create a haven for trolls and entertain them than it was to maintain their relationship with us. And that's why. Uh, you, uh, you you figure out pretty quick the kind of people that you're dealing with once the stress level goes up a little bit. And now we know, and so there we are. Oh yes, I forgot. Hello, Mr. Lunatic. Still drunk, meaty old boy? Question mark. LOL. He said he was going to set his alarm to come watch you. Yeah, hi dimwit. I know he's watching. He can't resist. What happens when you have no life? um, Wolfen, I saw James' video dedicated to you. Yeah, James did a breakdown of what he's of James from Texas Filipino did a breakdown. I actually watched that video. I didn't comment on it, just because James, unlike our neighbors, doesn't entertain the trolls. Uh, leave little hearts next to their comments, uh, like certain other people do. And so I didn't comment on James's videos because uh, he doesn't want to be involved in all the BS from the dimwit and his minions. Dan P. Gringo Loco. Alarms don't do much for passed out drunks. Well, it's daytime in Australia, right? I mean, he has to be awake, right? I'm sure the dimwit's watching. Sandy De La Cruz. Good morning. Aurelio, Texas Filipino has 6 solar panels and LFP battery packs he bought and shipped from China. I guess that Mitch is probably in Romania, or maybe he's back in Aussie land. I have no idea. James has a pretty good, well, he's got 2 solar setups here, and they both serve him well. And I'm not sure. I think he also he has solar on his ranch in Texas as well. Being a local Dan P. LOL, he has always had notification on Brian's videos. Dan P. Paramedics doing CPR, maybe. Dan P. Don't think they go to Laurel in Casino. Michael, yeah, I was laughing. I got a notification for your live stream. I looked at my watch. It was only 7:30, so I know I wasn't going to see Charlie or Marcel. Yeah, they're not up and about yet. They could make an appearance at any moment, though. I know they're still sleeping because um, Charlie often wakes up before Marcel, and I can hear him messing around in there, talking to his toys, banging his toys, um, trying to wake his mom up, I think. Um, but I haven't heard anything. And you might just miss them all together, guys, because I'm not. This isn't going to be a marathon long live stream. I've got quite a bit of stuff to do today. I've got to finish up those dang coffee trees, like I was saying, and and I've got to make a. I've got to make a net for the tilapia uh, for the little fry that I've got in the aquarium. I've got to make a net in another box to move them into today, and because there's just too many for that little aquarium. I do a water exchange in that little aquarium every day, like a 90% water exchange, um, and that's necessary because there's just so many in there. So I got to get them moved and get them out, and that has to happen today because they're growing. Koto, I'm sorry. The dimwit wearing a tinfoil hat. He's really losing it. He's wearing a tinfoil hat. I missed that. You mean a literal tinfoil hat? Well, he is one of the tinfoil hat crowd, so um, if the hat fits, Butch and Lucy's Life in the USA. Gustav Brian, how you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. Doing very well. Mr. Freeze, official inflation data was reported here in the U.S. and it's off the charts. They can't even lie about it anymore. What are the numbers? Inflation. You know, government's just printing money out of thin air. You're going to have inflation. And the U.S. has been printing lots of money out of thin air. I guess they try to tell everybody they're borrowing it from the Treasury, but or the Treasury is borrowing it from themselves. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's fake money. And whenever something like that happens, inflation goes way up. I think it's worldwide because all the governments, not all, but most of the governments on the planet were doing the same thing. People were being forced into lockdowns, but they still have bills to pay. So here's some money. And prices in the last 18 months here have gone up. I'm trying to be fair overall. Some things have gone up quite a bit, some things not so much. I think in the last 18 months, prices have gone up in the Philippines about 20% overall. Some things more, some things not quite so much. I don't know about the U.S. The thing with government numbers on inflation is there's over 100 things that they don't count because they're considered too volatile. Either the prices change radically seasonally, or certain staples they don't count. So prices could be going through the roof on those 100 things, 100 plus things. I forget exactly how many it is. And they'll tell you inflation is 1.3%, when you know damn well that this particular thing, the price in it has doubled. I'm curious what the official number is coming out from the U.S. When they were saying that it was, when I was there, the last bit when I was there, when they were saying that it was 1 or 2%, and you look around and you can just tell that it's a bold-faced lie, that things that things that you buy, from tennis shoes to staples to you name it, whatever, when you can see it going up every couple months, in smaller stores you would see a price tag over a price tag over a price tag. They just keep repricing it up, and when that is happening, you've got pretty serious inflation. So let me know what the official number is, so we can all laugh at it. Michael, I think James is in Texas now. Brian, Anna Ranch, yeah, he's in Texas right now. And honestly, I don't know when James is going to be heading back this way. Hey, Tiger. Oh, they're stirred up about something out there. Buddy. Well, I would expect Maricel and crew to be up soon. Sandy, did you watch the Mead robot video? No. Even painted his face. He must really be losing it. he made a video with his face painted. Aurelio, how are the COVID restrictions going there? We had a fourth wave here and under control now, but always some uptick. 500 daily new cases daily in Toronto, but now a little travel allowed. Uh, the restrictions here really haven't changed in several months. Inter-island travel is now allowed if you're fully vaccinated. Um, and I think most places do not require a uh, come on, Brain. Uh, they don't require you to stay in a hotel for 3 to 4 days or a week or two. Um, quarantine. Quarantines are not required in most places now, I think, unless you're coming in internationally. Then you still have to do a quarantine. Sandy, you should watch while you're here. It's 2 minutes. It would be great to see your reaction live. You know, I really don't care. Um, unlike unlike what the dimwit thinks, even though our internet is better, why watch his videos? They're just a uh, while they can be somewhat entertaining sometimes, especially from my perspective, because I just know he's talking out his ass. They're just uh, it's depressing to see someone in the mental state that he is in, making a constant, never-ending fool of themselves. Um, you know, it's like watching a train wreck, and you know, boring to me. I got better things to do than watch the dimwits videos. And Sandy, you're really the only you're the first one that's told me about it, so it can't be that good, or everyone would be saying go and watch it. Gringo, when Jeffy could not confirm that you had a meeting on November 8th, he decided to change the topic by wearing a tinfoil hat, drunk as usual. Uh, you know, more fantasy land. There was no meeting on the 8th. Um, you know, I think someone's just messing with him. His boots on the ground. I think they're just yanking his chain. Mark Cooper, the dimwit turned Tin Man, as in the Wizard of Oz? Question mark. I don't know, but thanks for joining us anyway, Mark. Mr. Freeze, they reported 6% for the year, but it's much higher than that. Yeah, if they're reporting 6%, that means it's over 20, really. And wow, that's high. I can't remember. You know, they changed the criteria. They changed the metrics of how they gauge inflation. Uh, I think in 1980, because inflation was so high and the government was looking so bad that they just decided, well, we'll just change the way uh, that we make the numbers so that it won't be so high anymore. And I would be curious to I'd be curious to know if they were using the old method that they used prior to 1980, what the number would be. Rio Loco, I don't think they really know inflation rate. Right now, they cannot get products off the docks from overseas. Uh, Real trucking problems. Well, uh, it's a man-made problem. Um, did it to themselves. There's plenty of trucks. There's plenty of drivers. Someone I'd heard somewhere that uh, California was trying to turn all the independent truck drivers there into uh, have to change their status from independent contractors to employees or something, and it's just leave it to California to really screw stuff up. And that was 75,000 truck drivers. That's a lot. And there's two really big ports in California, Long Beach and Oakland. And when you screw those up, you're going to have a problem getting stuff to the rest of the country. Because a great many, well, all the imports from Asia into the United States basically go into those two ports. Um, and if you've got them screwed up, then you're going to have a bottleneck. Mr. Freeze, if they raise interest rates like they did in the 80s, it would all come down like a house of cards. Well, that's how they monkey with stuff. Um, you know, Typically you have high inflation um, when you've got a booming economy because wages are growing up and everyone's pushing it a little bit. Well, we're selling 1,000 widgets with no problem at this price. Let's raise the price just a little bit, and if we can sell the same 1,000 widgets, then we make more money, and that's how you get inflation. Things are going really well, the prices creep up, and when the prices are, and that in turn will make your costs higher because the materials needed to make that widget, the price of that goes up, and so it's a cascading, snowballing, exponential kind of thing. Inflation um, begets inflation, but that's usually only caused by a thriving economy. Now, the term stagflation, and I'm not really up on how the economy is doing in the United States because it's all just smoke and mirrors and fake BS anyway. Um, it's hard to sift through the data and actually, I mean, you've really got to focus on it, and I don't have the time or interest to do that. Inflation right now in the United States, I'm sure, is caused by all the fake money that they've dumped into the economy, and probably the easiest fix is to just stop doing it. But I hear that they have just passed another, I don't know, 1.3 trillion US dollar some bill or something that is more fake money that they're going to dump in, just another more pork barrel, as they call it. You know, so if they keep dumping the fake money in it, then the only way to choke down the economy is to raise interest rates, and that was the problem, in 79, 80, 81, is that you had high unemployment and high inflation and high interest rates, and that lasted a couple of years, and it was tough. Dan P, Mr. Freeze, I think the price of escargot went up 6%. Everything else was in the 20s. Yeah, we're kind of on the same page. When people are telling me uh, that a piece of plywood is $90, you know, and that's like a 700% increase. Uh, they're just it's just smoke and mirrors. Aurelio between 5 and 10% here. Um, eggs from 280 now 309. 5 to 10 cents on the dollar in most cases. Jack Kane, July, August, September, 5.9% SS raised based on that. Uh, Yellowstone Ranch. You work so hard on your farm. When are you going to take a vacation? Where would you go? Um, well, there can't be any vacation right now because the fish require daily, several times, they require care every day. And so uh, there's two things that there's two main reasons why there's not going to be any vacations around here anytime soon. One is that there's no one else to take care of the fish, and two is that until the fish gets all lined out, there's and going and thriving and making a profit, there ain't no dang money to take a vacation. So when, don't know when. Um, where would I go? I don't know. I would like to go. I would like to go down. Actually, don't get on me. I'd like to go to Mindanao um, and possibly um, meet some more of Marcel's family. And uh, you know, she is, not closed off to the idea, but she's not doing handsprings either because it's not. There is risk. Um, but I would like to go. Um, and there's some people down there that I'd like to meet. Um, maybe someday. That would be the first place that I'd like to go is Mindanao. Um, Mr. Freeze, gas prices have really jumped this month. That's what I hear. I hear that it's gone up quite a bit. Gas prices have gone up here quite a bit as well. 30% in the last year. Yeah. Dale, stranger in a strange land. Thank you for joining us. Michael, I think expensive items haven't went up, but just staples have. I'm a single guy, now about 130 a week. Yeah, is that for groceries, Michael? People have told me that grocery prices have just uh, gone way up. Mr. Freeze, medical bills are insane. Um, really, good to know. That's cute. Dale, have boots on the ground info. Uh, yeah. Send it over to him, Dale. Don, didn't think about the time change here in Florida and your time there. So 8 p.m. is now 7 a.m. your time. Missed the first part of this live. Well, uh, nonetheless, thank you for joining us, Don. And then depending on who you ask, you haven't missed much. It's me. There are no trucks. They can't get chips. I tried to buy a used truck, but it's nothing out there. Big trucking companies are holding their old trucks. Explain this to me about the chips, because that's new to me. I have no idea. Michael, I think I would have about as much enjoyment some people's videos as watching ice and a glass melt. Dan P. OSHA came out and said, no jab, no work. People are saying, fine, no work. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the no jab, no work. I don't think it's I don't think I think it's government far overstepping their bounds. Callie Deb, good morning, Brian. It's nearly 5 p.m. here in NorCal. Have you filed a consular report for the birth, for foreign birth for Charlie, so he can get his U.S. passport or U.S. citizenship? We have not. Um, I'm fairly certain you can't do it online, and for the last 18 months, you haven't been able to travel here. And the only place that we could do it is Cebu, and haven't been able to go to Cebu. So no. Van Turner, new channel, Texas Filipina, go sub. Ringo Loco, the problem is that they say is that they say only so many container trailers. Many are sitting at warehouses because they don't have enough staff to unload. And then it backs up. Ships are sitting offshore. Van Turner, October inflation in America is 5.9%. Yeah, if they say it's 5.9%, it's more like 20. What's up, dude? Good morning. What you doing? Come here and see Daddy. Come here. Come here and see Daddy. This is Charlie's routine. He'll like come in the morning and he'll run around here in the bedroom and he'll ignore me. Hey, dude. What's up? You know, he hung out with Daddy for several hours last night. He actually didn't want to go back. He didn't want to go to sleep. Um, he wanted to stay with Daddy, but Daddy was tired, and I wanted to go to sleep. And so finally, Mommy just had to come and get him and take him. And I guess he finally went to sleep. What's up, dude? Um, Ringo Loco is a very interesting read. Like you said, lots of politics and corruption. Like you do, Biden's an idiot. Don't. I don't want to get into the third rail of politics. Good morning, buddy. You come up here with Daddy? Oh yeah. What's up? Hmm? What you thinking? Um, Dan P. Yes, they need money to give to the illegals. Gringo Loco, yes, trillions. Most is for infrastructure and job creation. What? Mwah. 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 Good morning. All right, very sweet boy. You want to say hi to everyone? Say hello, everyone. Oh, hey, look at this hair. Look at your hair, dude. Looks like a bomb went off up there. Oh, you're done with Daddy now, huh? See how you are? You want it down, and off he goes. Where we at here? Infrastructure and job creation. Well, MP, most of it is for illegals. Mikey Do, I'm illegal. Send me the money. Dan P, Mikey Do, I'm seriously considering getting Mexican citizenship. You're loco. Oh, question mark. You going to visit Willie Wanker, LOL, and his hobby farm? I don't have any plans to. Willie Wanker. Is that his new handle, Willie Wanker? Dan P, sure, collect all the freebies. I don't get squat for being a U.S. citizen. Well, yeah, I can feel you there. Yellowstone Ranch, it's safe in Mindanao. There's an Aussie farmer who's got a clean and successful farm running there. You both should do a collab YouTube video. Yeah, that guy's an idiot. It's easy to have a nice, clean hobby farm. Uh, it's an entirely different story when you have a working for-profit farm. Anyone can have anyone can have a hobby. Robert Settles, good morning. Marvin Clayton, Yellowstone, I don't see that happening yet. Yeah, he's basically a troll with a channel, no other way to put it. It's me, the microchips for the trucks, waiting on them holding up new truck deliveries. I heard car manufacturers are hauling vehicles to storage, then bring them back when they get the chips in. Are they some kind of a new emissions chip? Is that the deal? Offset, no drivers. I don't know. Mr. Freeze, the drought didn't help with crop yields here too. No one is really talking about it, but we have a drought next year. It's going to get real bad. I have family who farm here, so it's worrisome. Which part? Where were you at with the drought? Mickey saying hello, Charlie. Yellowstone Ranch question marks. Define successful. LOL, LOL. You mean e-begging and getting family to do the work? Little pay. LOL. He is everything Jeffy hates. It's me. Yeah, warehouse is. What are you talking about, dude? Really? He's got something to say. Um, it's me. Yeah, warehouse is not getting unloaded, short of help. Beef places maybe means beef prices are nuts. I've been stuck for 50 hours waiting on my load. Made no money. Wow. So it's me. I would assume that you're a trucker. Don, how's Marcel feeling? Did she have another headache last night? How you feeling, love bug? You still have a headache. It's not that bad. Yeah, well, Marcel's going on 24 hours plus with her headache, but she says it's not that bad. Did you take any medicine? You did? Yeah. Hydrate, dog. Drink lots of water. Just gun it down. Just gun down a glass of water every couple hours. Michael, yeah, before my grocery bill was like 70 bucks a week for my groceries. Now it's like 130. Dan P. Charlie, you're a boy. You don't do tempo. Uh, Careful, huh? Always, he likes to run around on my bed. It always makes me nervous. Yellowstone Ranch. I drive for a company with over 200,000 employees. Taking a jab is not mandatory. Well, that's good. Charlie? Yeah, you know I'm talking about you. You be careful, huh? Gringo Loco, Mr. Freeze. Yes, they are talking about wheat and byproducts. Nini, what are you growling at? Huh? I think Ming Ming is bugging Nini. They're talking about wheat and byproducts to double or triple this winter. Marvin Clayton, Michael Vaughn, I agree, but I'm sure you have seen the shortages. Michael, I know what channel Panay Trucker Girl USA, her channel is that in the last 2 or 3 years they bought 3 new trucks. She did runs. She did runs with her American husband. Yeah, I've seen her channel. Not recently, but and I forget the exact name of it. Um, David Brown, China is withholding computer chips to U.S. auto manufacturers, so they have 10,000s of complete vehicles waiting for computers. So let me guess, the chips are out on a boat somewhere, and the boat can't be unloaded because there's all kinds of other boats in front of that boat which can't be unloaded because they don't have any chips for the trucks to move the stuff once it's unloaded. That sounds about right. Don saying, good morning, Charlie. Michael, Panay Trucker Girl USA, they have flatbeds. They run continuously. She's got a truck, and her stepson's got a truck, and her daughter's got a truck. Wow. Mr. Freeze, the drought covered the entire west half of the United States. Uh, that's uh, that's basically the desert part of the United States. You know, California is savanna. It's not really desert, but it's savanna. And people don't realize that until the 30s or so, when they really started building dams uh, for flood control and irrigation in California, there wasn't much going on there. And once they had those dams for irrigation, California, the Sacramento Valley, Sacramento, San Joaquin valleys just took off and ended up at one time they produced about a third um, of all the goods produced in the United States by dollar value, I think, and just from that section of the valley. All the rest of that, you know, Idaho, Utah, uh, not so much Oregon and Washington because they even in droughts they get quite a bit of rain. But you know, Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, all that is it's not uh, saying that there's a drought there isn't saying much because there's always a drought there. Sandy, damn, just recognized Mikey Dew from P. Burgos and Mikado. Hey, Mickey, remember drinks at Hollywood? Racer X, good morning. It's me, James. Sandy, I miss uh, Burgos Street in Makati. I wonder if Brian ever went to Burgo Street. I've never heard of it, so the answer is no. That's me. Yes, I'm trucker, run reefer loads. Just microchips for all the computer systems in the vehicles coming out of Taiwan. Chips holding up PC market also. If you want a new laptop, good luck. And of course, none of that's made in the United States anymore. It's me. I could have got a new truck, 10,000 deposited with no delivery date. James Miller, Brian Smith, God bless you and your family. Well, thank you, James, for joining us. It's me, James. The drought sunk the reservoirs at record lows and have been at critical levels with people suffering from Canada into Mexico. Wow. Yellowstone Ranch, it's inevitable that China will take over the EV car market, just like when Japanese conquered the family sedan in the mid 80s and present. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? It's me, James. Brian, it was not just any drought, it made global news for the last 8 months. Well, not so much this part of the globe because I didn't know anything about it. Offset, no drivers to haul containers. So I guess it's no chips for the trucks, no drivers, no trucks. So it's not an easily solved uh, problem. Sandy, LOL. Marcel knows P. Burgos for sure. Um, it's me, James. The generators at Hoover Dam was in crisis of needing to be shut down. Wow. Sal, good morning. How are you? Heading into town today, and we'll get that taken care of for you. Robert Settles, Sandy. What are you trying to say? I don't know. It's me, James. Is it because you're under a rock? I don't know. John Ferris, good morning. Mark M, looks like it's time to sell my 2000 FLD 120. I have no idea what that is. Michael, why would these people take the job at McDonald's for $9 an hour when they're making 15 an hour in assistance and don't have to do nothing? Oh yeah, that's, that's the logic of it. Dan P, Sandy, don't don't I know you from Walking Street in Angeles City? James Miller, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Yeah. Well, I'm all caught up here, guys. It's been over an hour, and I'd planned to only do this for like an hour, so I'm gonna end this one up. It's been real, and it's been fun, and it's actually been real fun. So thanks for joining us, everyone. Uh, Tina, good morning to you as well. Sorry to say you got here uh, right here at the end. Um, it's me, James. What happened to the ponds that Marcel and Jen bought together? Uh, I don't know what ponds you're talking about. Dan P, have a great day. Sandy, yes, you do. I hang there with King Marcos. Panay Trucker Girl, that's her channel. Okay. Yeah, I'm heading out of here, guys. You guys, on the way out, hit that thumbs up button. As always, thank you for joining us. Love doing live streams, but I've got stuff to do, and I'm going to go get to doing it. So thank you for joining me, everyone. Wherever you are, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, enjoy it and take care, and we'll see you all again. Bye for now.